We have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
It's Friday night football in round 2 of the National Premier League. South Melbourne travelling to take on Port Melbourne, the side we put out of the VPL finals last year. John Cairo, they'll be keen for revenge. We'll be keen to back up the great start we had against Heidelberg.
That's certainly right, David. And after a very difficult performance against Sunshine George Cross last week in the Cup, it's important to continue the good run in the league and with the win here against Port Melbourne, who we displaced from the finals last year, David.
Chasing there, Iki Jawadi keeps his feet nicely. And he's got Epifano running, but he cuts inside instead. Matt Theodore, goal scorer from the first round, gets a second crack at it, across the face, off the post, might sit for Lujic, tries to keep his feet, Lujic over the bar. Great chance there for South Melbourne, nice build-up, almost a goal from Theodore.
Well, Matthew Theodore, he scored a cracking goal to open the scoring against Heidelberg a few weeks ago, and here we go with a low shot outside the box which beats Alex Connell in the Port Melbourne goal, but not the far post, as we see an angle from behind the goals. A nice low shot by Matthew Theodore, beats the goalkeeper but not the far post, and Port Melbourne escape there.
Build up coming now. South have looked the better in the early stages here. Jawadi laying it back for Norton. Reed, Epifano opens it up for Norton. Chance to put it in towards Lujic. It's gone straight through. I don't think Lujic got a touch. I think it's come off Grossman, and South Melbourne have a 1-0 lead. A great build-up there. A dangerous ball played in. It's gone into the back of the net. South take the advantage.
Yes, it's definitely an own goal here, David, and I believe it's an own goal by Chris Grossman, as we see a lovely flick by Nick Epifano that puts Bradley Norton through on the far left side. His low cross to Lujic has been intercepted by Chris Grossman, but unfortunately he's tapped it into his own net. As we see there, nutmegs his own goalkeeper and it goes into the back of the net. South take a deserved lead, David. They've been very good in the opening 10 minutes here.
They're on again here, South Melbourne from the left-hand side. They've looked dangerous. A chance to turn another ball in. It goes flat. Reed outside the box. Reed with a shot saved by Connell. He's held his nerve nicely there, and Port Melbourne will look to counter. Building up their first really dangerous looking attack at the half now, Port. Chance to put a ball in. It goes high. Saldaris missed it. A chance now. Danger here. Saldaris will have to get back quickly. The shot coming in. Saved by Saldaris. He's redeemed himself nicely there. That was dangerous moments for South Melbourne. Really, they should have got an equaliser, Port.
Indeed, and it's Kamal Ibrahim, a former South player, David, that almost capitalises. Luckily for Jason Saldaris, he makes up for his mistake there by making a good block.
Two men standing over the free kick. Comes low and flat. Saldaris hugged that one cleanly. South Melbourne, no danger that time. Well, here's a chance now, Jawadi. He's got some space in front of him, looking for an option. Might go a shot himself. Instead he uses Theodore. Theodore turns on the left. Oh, saved by Connell. He's done nicely. They're still in here, maybe South Melbourne. A chance from the edge of the box. Can't get it cleanly there, Jamie Reed. Reed with a second chance and eventually cleared away by Grossman. They hold on there, Port Melbourne.
Yes, indeed, David. And again, it's Alex Connell, the goalkeeper, who makes a smart save here. Matthew Theodore, he wants to score tonight, doesn't he, David? Goes for another fierce shot, which the goalkeeper does very well to save.
Played in high. Saldaris stays. Reed gets the headed clearance this time. And a chance now again here for Port Melbourne. Ball played in deep. They've got a chance and Branner scored. Port Melbourne, they had two men on at the far post. In truth, it was ordinary marking from South. And Port Melbourne 1-1 now. Game on, John.
Well, South failed to clear the danger from the corner, David. And as we see a good cross here from the far side to Braniff at the back post. He's unmarked and he has all the time in the world to head across Jason Saldaris and into the back of the net. There's not much that the South goalkeeper can do about that. It's very slack marking though from South to allow that equaliser. As we see from behind the goals, Braniff unmarked at the back post and he places his header perfectly, and it's 1-1 here at Anderson Reserve.
They'd love to pinch the lead back before half-time. Low cross comes in, not completely cleared. Eager challenges, goes straight over it. Tyson Holmes tries to turn and shoot a chance. Now Theodore, it's gone through everybody. South Melbourne don't take their chance there. They'd very much like to reclaim the lead before the break.
Well, as we see again, David, it's Matthew Theodore who really wants to get on the goal-scoring charts tonight. Michael Eager with a header falls to Tyson Holmes, and the resultant scramble sees the ball fall to Matthew Theodore, who shoots wide as we head into half-time.
Well, they'll try to rebuild here from the back, Port Melbourne. They've looked more dangerous, more confident since they scored that equaliser. They got men coming through the middle. Now they work their way to the edge of the box, still alive. The ball played out wide, Milicevic, a chance for Ibrahim, and the former South man has scored. And I don't know how many times I've said that, John Coro, but they keep coming back to haunt us. Port Melbourne take the lead. South Melbourne's good start is now wasted.
Well, Port Melbourne has deserved this lead, David, because they've been on top of South since the opening 20 minutes. As we see, Michael Eager failing to clear the danger. Milicevic lays the ball off for Kamal Ibrahim, a former South player like you mentioned, and he has the easy job of just passing the ball into the empty net across Jason Saldaris' goal to put the home side 2-1 up. As we see here, a nice little ball by Milicevic. He could have shot himself, but instead he lays the ball off for Kamal Ibrahim, unmarked, and he just puts the ball in the back of the net. Port Melbourne 2-1 ahead.
Well, they've really got a job ahead of them now as Jawadi tries the long option. That's not a bad one, actually, for Epifano. He's got Reid, if he can use him. Jamie Reid now, chance on the right foot. Reid goes just over the bar. Better move from South Melbourne. They'll need to do more of that if they hope to pull one back.
Yeah, good shot here by Jamie Reid. A difficult one from outside the box. In fairness, I think the goalkeeper had it covered, but the ball's gone over and out for a goal kick.
Well, Chris Taylor wasting no time. A double substitution to try and change the game. Boaheen and Monopolis on for Epifano and Theodore, who make way.
Yes, and it needs to happen, David. Chris Taylor has rung the changes, and hopefully the youngsters can score a goal.
Jamie Reid with the right foot. Reid, the shot was dipping, but never really going to penetrate up that high. Still, South Melbourne looking more positive. And the final substitution, off comes Dimitriaris, on comes the new man, James Musa, to try and inject something from the back. Jawadi, that's better for South. If they can find a way through, and they can eventually. Ball stays alive here. A chance now. And a shot, and it's gone straight through. I think it took a deflection off Norton, but it's Lee Monopolis from nowhere, cut back in from the left-hand side, kept the ball well. He looked like he was going to lose possession. South Melbourne have the goal back. It's 2-2, and Johnny, those changes certainly made a difference.
They certainly did, David, as we see one of the substitutes scoring here. It took a deflection. I think it was a Port Melbourne defender, but we'll have to have a look. No, it's taken a deflection off Brad Norton, and it's gone off his arm, David. Controversial goal to say the least. The referee has not spotted it, and neither has any Port Melbourne player because no one's appealed for it. As we see here, this will be a great angle to see what happens. Yes, it's taken a clear deflection of Brad Norton's arm, but the goal you would imagine will be credited to Monopolis there. A very lucky break for South, and Monopolis has made it 2-2 for South Melbourne here.
South Melbourne on the charge now, just under 10 minutes to go. Holmes, what's he got? Still got good pace in his leg. Using Jawadi, now he's got a runner on the left-hand side. Bradley Norton, look to put a cross in, or will he shoot? Turns onto his left, cross comes in low, sits up, Monopolis, great chance, Monopolis, the goal, South Melbourne have it! He kept his composure beautifully. Bradley Norton kept it in from the left-hand side. It fell to the feet of Monopolis. He went round run man. He put it in the back of the net. Out of nowhere, South Melbourne have pinched two back late, and they have the lead.
Well, David, this is definitely Lee Monopolis' goal. There's no doubt about this. As we see, Brad Norton had a hand, so to speak, in the other goal, but as we see a cross here that's failed to be cleared by this Port Melbourne defence. It sits up for Monopolis. He sidesteps the marker before placing it into the back of the net. That's a fantastic goal from the young man. A lot of great composure there. As we see, the first touch gets him around his marker, and his second touch puts it into the back of the net. Surely that's the 3 points for South here, David. A fantastic goal by young Monopolis, and a great decision by Chris Taylor to bring on the young man off the bench.
Well, excitement for South Melbourne players with just a few minutes to go. And Saldaris punching that one long. There's Monopolis again. He's headed at this time to Lujic, who's going to play it wide. And they could finish it off here. Musa with the long-range shot collected by the keeper there, and no danger. Connell gloving that one relatively easily in the end. Monopolis, geez, he's been busy since he's come on. Could be looking for a hat-trick. Ball played across there from Jamie Reid to empty space. And there you have it, a great comeback by South Melbourne. They looked down and out when they went down 2-1. Credit to them. Credit to Chris Taylor for his double substitution. And what a night for young Lee Monopolis. He's going to be a fan favourite after that one. South Melbourne, a little bit of luck maybe, but you make your own luck in this game, John, and they deserve to get that win.
Well, these things even out over the course of the season, David, and what can you say? We had a bit of luck tonight, but Port Melbourne did well, got back into the game and deservedly went 2-1 up. However, South got on top, and thanks to Lee Monopolis, they went ahead and won the game 3-2.
All right, I'm here with Lee Monopolis, the super sub, as I'm going to call him. Lee, talk us through it, mate. You came on, we're 2-1 down, and your two goals changed the game completely.
Yeah, CT threw me and Cobby on in the wide positions, and I think we just need to freshen up the game. I mean, we always felt comfortable, but then somehow we found ourselves 2-1 behind, and CT threw us on, and we just try and do our best, mate. We try and give an impact, and the boys kept fighting, and we got there.
Tell us a little bit about yourself personally. You were at South a couple of years ago and then you left and you dropped down in division to Werribee, and from all reports you scored quite a few goals last year and got them promoted.
Werribee was great, and I was probably a bit too young the first stint at South, and we had a great squad back then with Fernando and Vasilevsky. It was tough to break in, so going back to Werribee, got the opportunity there, and they're a great club, gave me all the support, and feel confident now, a little older now, a little wiser, so yeah, feeling good.
Michael, we've got your fan club in the background, mate. Hopefully they don't distract you too much. Congratulations on tonight's performance and the win.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We started off well first 20 minutes, and then to credit to them, they played some good football and they got back into it. From our point of view, we conceded 2 soft goals, but 2-1 down. We win I think it was about 30 to go, so we still had plenty of time to get back in the game. And the main thing I said to the boys is stay positive and just make sure we bring our intensity, because like we started off at Heidelberg, if we bring our intensity to the game, there's no reason why we can't overpower anything. And credit to the boys, so we showed a lot of character.
Next week we've got Green Gully, another tough away game, third in a row. Another game that's going to be important to take 3 points from if we're going to win the championship. What are you expecting there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, anyone that knows the league in Green Gully knows they're going to be a good outfit. They've got quite a consistent squad from the last few years. They've got a lot of experience, especially playing there. They're very hard to beat. I know South got up that first game of last year, but we're going to go in a bit of a wake-up call today, to be honest. So boys are going to go in refreshed, and soon looking forward to going there, and we're going to go after all 3 points for sure.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in both goals, to be honest. I thought the first one was really poor, 3 or 4 mistakes that led to the goal, and the second one was equally as bad. And after having 2 clean sheets in the first 2 games, that's not what we want. But as for saying that, we'll take the 3 points. That's what it's all about. But we've still got a lot of improving to do. I don't think we're anywhere near our best. Probably the first 15 minutes, I thought we showed very good signs. We looked very, very, very good. But then we went back in the shell and defended poorly, and probably didn't stick to our game plan.
Obviously, being 2-1 down and time running out, it was important to make some changes, and you made those changes. How confident were you that the boys that came on would change the game?
Oh look, I mean, you can never be overly confident. You expect it to have an impact. We know that Lee can score goals, and he showed that tonight, and cutting in from the left-hand side with the idea. But I thought Kobe actually caused them problems as well. So, and when Musa come on, we looked a lot more compact at the back. So yeah, I mean, it's pleasing when a plan works. It doesn't always come off, but yeah, to come from 2-1 down and win 3-2, yeah, fantastic for everyone.